Today we are looking at a 1971 Ford Gran Torino GT. There is a little wind today, so I apologize if there's any rumbling on the microphone. We're just going to do a walk around of this car and discuss its specs and features. The person that restored this car put a lot of love into this machine. It's a thing of beauty. Just going to do a walk around of it so you can see the fronts, sides, and back. This has an automatic C4 transmission and a stock 351 Cleveland. The transmission is stock as well. Both the engine and the transmission were completely rebuilt by Jasper and put back to stock specs. In a minute we'll fire it up and let you see it start and run. This has the hideaway headlights that are controlled by vacuum. They work well. We've got these beautiful mag wheels on this car. This has a power top, so you just hit the switch and the top comes back and folds out of the way. All of the windows work. You can see the engine compartment here. This has MSD electronic ignition, so you don't have to deal with points. Also has this nice deep cycle battery. Those are always nice. And this huge radiator keeps the engine nice and cool. Has power steering. You can see the air cleaner there. Has a nearly new Edelbrock carburetor on there. Runs great. Now there is some chipping here on the valve cover. The paint job is coming off there. These engines get smacked with wrenches and they get little nicks in them, but that could be touched up, or you could replace these valve covers with some chromed ones. The engine bay is very clean. You can see it here, it speaks for itself. You can see the underside of the hood here. Has your retractable antenna. Just comes up like that. We can open up the driver's side door here. As I said before, this was a nice restoration. The person that restored this car cared about what they were doing. They didn't just paint over everything. It's a really nice job, nice and detailed. You can see the door jambs here as well. The door jambs are usually a tell to see how detailed the restoration was. There's no peeling paint or anything. They did it up right. Okay. I'm sitting behind the steering wheel here. It's beautiful. The sun is shining in a little bit. Let me move down one of these visors here. You can see the visors. I've still got my sunglasses in here. That's the back side of the other one. Now let's fire this baby up for you. So I'll turn the key. It's kind of hard to do left-handed. That turns on the electric, and then I have to hit this ignition switch. That's an anti-theft switch. That turns on the ignition. Without that being on, this car won't start. Fires right up. Comes to life. Has a nice glug to it. Idles right now at about 500 RPM. That can be changed by the adjustment screw on the side of the carb. Let me give it some gas. Just a beautiful car. I love the way it sounds. What's nice about the mufflers that are on it, there are a couple of Flowmasters, is when it's idling and when you're cruising, it's not so loud that it's annoying. And then when you get on it, it sounds very powerful. I absolutely love it. Then you hit this switch right here next to the ignition switch. Push it down. And the power top comes back. Really take in the sunshine and have the wind whip through your hair. Now you can cruise with the windows up. That makes it so that you don't have a little wind coming in here around the windshield. Or you can cruise it with the windows down, as you'll see here. And then here you can see it with the windows down. I personally love the look. with the windows down, especially from down low here. Just looks beautiful. This is a beautiful car. You can hear that 351 Cleveland sounding out through those Flowmaster mufflers. As I said before, the engine and the transmission were rebuilt. They are actually accurate to the mileage on the odometer. Right after I had the engine and transmission drop back in this, the odometer rolled over. So it has 3,600 miles on the engine and transmission. It's a beautiful car. You can see the passenger door here. Kind of hard to do with my left hand. Door panels are in great shape. Door jambs are very clean. I'm a very detailed person and I wouldn't have bought this car unless it was a detailed restoration. You can see the dash here, it's in excellent shape as well. There's no cracking or anything. It details up really nice. I just love this green paint, especially in the sunlight. It's just beautiful. You can use it as a mirror as well. That's how shiny it is. This has a functional hood scoop. Around 72 or 73, they started putting fake ones on there for environmental regulations. You can see the back wheels here. Just a beautiful car. The restoration on this car is a little older, but it's held up well. There are some rock chips here and there, but if you drive these cars, that's going to happen. What you see is what you get. I can open up the hood here. Again, it's kind of hard to do one-handed, so bear with me. You can see the engine running here. There are no irregular noises, runs nice and quiet, hums right along. Let me throttle it here. Belts don't squeal, they're in good shape. There's that functional hood scoop right up there. This car is a beauty. I would have no worries about hopping in it and taking it across the country. I'm going to demonstrate the hideaway headlights. Just pull back on the light knob and these will come up. All of the lights work, all of the wiring in this car is good. You can see the inside of the trunk here. It's very clean. Those are the wheel wells. They show no sign of rust or any rot. They're in excellent shape. You can see the right wheel well here too. Now there is a little dust in here. The gentleman I bought this from said it was a former Arizona car. That's why the sheet metal was immaculate before it was restored. There was no rust on this car when it was restored. And now you can see it also has these nice fiberboard covers that go right there and cover up those openings. They came with the car and they're in good shape as well. I had them removed to show you what was underneath. We've got our amp here. That's mounted in there and the cables go up underneath of the you've got your amp there. That's what powers the speakers. You can see the tank here as well. The trunk on this car is in excellent shape. I'm gonna go put this beauty away now. I think I've covered everything about this car. The trunk is clean, wheel wells are clean, there is no rust on this car. It's a beautiful ride. It'll look really good in your driveway. I'm gonna go put this away. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.